Hi friends, I am Monica Gupta and today I am going to take up a recipe of baked vegetables without adding butter, ghee or cheese. We go out with our family and have baked dishes at the restaurants and wonder whether we can make them at home. In fact, my mother-in-law taught me how to make the white sauce at home. Then I further thought about it, making white sauce with ghee, butter or oil. Can we do it without it? And actually I was able to do it. And so today's video is about making a white sauce without ghee, butter, cheese or oil, and also taking it forward to make a baked veg dish without any of these elements. So let's see, can we do it? So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white flour here, and this is maida also, you can call it, and I have taken 2 tablespoons full, and I'm going to brown it a little bit. Rather, I will not actually brown it totally, just little bit of color change I'll watch, and then I'm going to keep it on the side for it to just cool down, because the trick here is about this maida or this white flour to cool down. So I'm just waiting for a slight change in color, not exactly browning it. And in the meantime, what I'm also going to do, in order to make the baked veg, I'm going to heat some or boil some water. So you can see there's water in it, and I put a little bit of oil. In fact, you can do without it, and most of the time when I make it for my family, I don't add this oil. But I'm just doing it so that the vegetables will be boiled properly. In fact, if you go by the standard recipe, they are supposed to be steamed, but I don't steam them because it's really a difficult task, putting things, all the vessels one on top of the other. I'm adding some salt here so that my vegetables will be boiling well and I won't have to steam them as normally one has to do for a baked veg dish. So these are all quickies, for working ladies. I'm a working person and I want to, get recipes from wherever, however, such that I can do things faster and quickly and yet have a similar, if not exactly same taste as I get from the restaurant or from a dish cooked with the regular stuff. So as you can see, this here the white flour, the color has changed slightly, and now I'm going to take it away from fire and put it on the side and wait for it to cool down completely. In the meantime, what actually is happening here is the water is boiling for the vegetables. And before I go forward with the vegetables, let me show you something. If you can see, these are the vegetables that I have already pre-chopped for the baked veg dish. So this is some cauliflower, and what I did is I used one measuring cup. Let me bring it and show it to you. Now this is the measuring cup. So 1 cup of cauliflower I have taken here, and 1 cup of mushroom. As you can see, it is nicely diced into small pieces. Similarly, this is some broccoli we have here, and we have French beans and carrot. So these are all measured to 1 cup exactly. So you can always, if you have all these items together, well and good. If you don't have any one of these items, it's also fine. Actually, these were available, so I'm putting them together for this particular video. So here in the meantime, the water is still boiling, and we'll take a short break and come back when the water is already boiled, and then we can add the vegetables for it to give the feeling of it being steamed. Now, as you can see, the water is already boiling, and it is just the right time for me to add the cauliflower first, because cauliflower will take the most time for it to, a little bit, we don't want actually to ensure that it becomes totally soggy or it becomes too soft, but it should get that, cooked feeling. So it should remain crispy, but at the same time it should be cooked as well. So we'll wait for some time, and next to go in will be beans. After that we'll put in the broccoli and within a few seconds we'll put the carrot and the mushroom together, because carrot and mushroom actually cook quite fast. So what really needs time is the cauliflower that you can see here, and I had put it on low flame. Now I'll increase the flame and wait for it to cook. So we'll in the meantime, let me check if this white flour is cool enough. No, it's still, I can feel a little bit of warmth, so we have to wait a little longer. You know, the cooler it is, or if it's at room temperature, it's more easy to make the white sauce using, you know, without any of the other additions. We can directly use it to make the white sauce. So in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll measure 1 glass of milk. In fact, if you remember earlier, we had taken 2 tablespoons of white flour, so we will take 2 glasses of milk. So my general proportions that work for me are 1 tablespoon of white flour, I will take 1 glass of milk. So as I have taken 2, I'm going to take 2 glasses of milk, 1 at a time obviously. And this is milk which is pre-boiled, and it has also been cooled down. So it's actually from the fridge now. So these are the small tricks, you know, that I've got up my sleeve, which actually help me make it without adding anything else other than white flour and milk to make the white sauce. So we are still waiting for it to cool down, and let me see, is our cauliflower a little better too? Yes, I think maybe we've got a cauliflower going. Can still wait for some time. I'll wait for a little while longer. Now I think the time is right for me to add the beans. I'll still allow the cauliflower to remain because it needs a little more cooking, but this is still the right time for the beans to go in. So here it is the 1 cup beans that I had measured earlier, and these beans are here, they are just right in, and I again cover this to ensure that it is properly ready. Now let's see if we can do something about these. Okay, I think this is now the right temperature. I'll bring it down from the gas here. As you can see, this is the 2 tablespoon white flour that I had earlier, you know, without any ghee or cheese. I just put it through this wok, and now I'll take this water, this milk that I had measured, and this is basically double toned milk for it to be healthy. But of course, if you take full cream milk, then the taste is definitely going to be a little better. And but well, I'm all for healthy stuff. So I have poured, you know, you pour it slowly and slowly. Basically the idea is that we shouldn't have any small balls forming in here. So therefore I'm going to pour it little by little and going to mix it. It will take some time, but as you can see, I am getting the right texture and the right form. My vegetables are boiling on the side still. As you can see, I am being able to remove most of the balls. I'll add a little more of milk here, just slightly. As you can see, as I will keep pouring in more milk, I'll get a smooth paste here, ready for it to go on to the fire. Yeah, slightly I'll add a little more milk here. Yeah, now it's ready for me. See, we've got a smooth paste here, no balls. These small balls that you can see on the sides when we cook, they will disappear on their own. So back onto the gas. I'll just light it. Where have I kept my lighter? My lighter is misplaced. Right here, I've got it. So I'll stir it. I'll add the remaining milk to it and I'll stir it. In the meantime, what I'll also do is I'll measure another glass, because if you remember, I told you we have to take 2 glasses of milk, as we have 2 tablespoons of white flour with us. Right there. Now I have to stir it continuously, and I can't allow it to stand, because if I allow it to stand, then it will not cook properly. So it has to be stirred continuously. In the meantime, let me see. Yeah, I think beans are also of a reasonable, have been cooked properly. Time to add. I'll just switch off, because there is enough heat in there for me to be able to cook the other stuff. Yes, this needs to be watched carefully. I am showing you the entire video, because this part is the most important. Because if you allow it to stand, then suddenly this will curdle and you will not even realize what happened. So it is very, very important that I continuously keep stirring it. As you can see, I am doing it now. Immediately as it is thickening, I am going to add the remaining, otherwise my sauce will thicken beyond repair. So now I am adding the remaining milk. Having added, I need to stir more, but now I need not worry too much, because everything will dissolve nicely and beautifully, and we will have a smooth paste ready for us to make the baked vegetables. I'll keep stirring till the time it becomes a little thick and it is saucy. And if there are any, leftovers, you find any balls, just keep, breaking them up so that they will dissolve in this mixture. Actually, this is the most tricky part of the entire preparation. If you can get this right, you need not worry about these small balls that are formed here. This is okay. No problem. As you can see, we are getting a smooth paste, and the mixture is now becoming a little, it is thickening up, and it is moving towards the right consistency that I look for in a baked veg dish. Now the more you heat it, the more thick it. Now it all depends on the type of taste that your family enjoys. We basically tend, we like our baked veg to be a little, fluid so that you can have it easily. I don't like it to be too thick. So actually I'm reaching the right consistency that we tend to be enjoying. But of course, if you want to make it a little more thicker, please go ahead and do it. Just allow it to be on the fire a little longer, and then you will have a thick paste with you. So as you can see, for me it's done, so I've switched it off. Now this is the time when I can add some. So this is your white sauce which is ready, and this white sauce can be used for any dish, whether it is lasagna, whether it is baked veg, baked corn, any type of dish where you want your white sauce to be used. This is the recipe for the white sauce, which as you can see I have made without using cheese, ghee or butter. So this is the white sauce which is ready. I can add pepper to taste. For me, for 2 glasses of milk, just a little bit, say half a teaspoon of pepper is good enough. And I'm going to add some salt. Here's the salt we have. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, but then of course this has to be to taste. And I put it on the side. And yeah, the sauce is fully ready. I have switched off here, and you can see the cauliflower is ready, beans is ready. I just need to add the remaining, and as I told you that they will just cook with the existing heat. You don't need to light the fire again, and you just can see it cook along with the rest of the stuff and still remain crispy. And you don't have to go through the process of steaming and all that effort that goes into steaming, and the vegetables will be nicely ready for the baked veg. So this is my broccoli going in. This is the mushrooms that are going in, and I have all the stuff in for the baked veg. Just cover it up. Allow it to wait for 2 minutes. We had allowed our vegetables to rest for some time. We've already seen our white sauce is ready, and in fact, in the time that it was resting, it had thickened beyond the level that I generally like. So what I did is I added another half a glass of milk to make it a smoother paste that normally I tend to like. So there is no need to worry if it happens with you. Just add a little more milk to it and your white sauce would be good for use. And as you can see, our vegetables are just nicely ready, and all the vegetables are now ready to go into the baked veg dish. So I'm going to go and strain this here. In order to strain, I don't want to lose this water because actually it's good vegetable stock in a way. So what I do is I just strain it here, and I will keep this water with me, and when I'm making dal or something, I'll just add the same water to that instead of adding the plain water. Just need 1 spoon here, and you can see these are all the vegetables nicely ready. I'll pick it up and take it with me, add it to the white sauce here. This is done. Just a second. I'm going to stir it in. which is already on the way. And interestingly, I'd like to share with you that for my family actually no further cooking is required. They enjoy it like this only. But well, of course, if you want to bake it a little more and you want to add cheese, then I'm just telling you the next step that can be done. So I'll just empty this whole thing here. My son Manan Gupta, he is helping me make this video. I'm really thankful to him. In fact, my children are the one who motivated me to come up with this video. They said that when you make such a tasty baked veg and baked stuff without using any of those calories, so why don't you share your technique with the others? So well, thanks to my kids, here I am. I hope you all like it. And I'll leave this part here itself, so we are good to go further. I'll put this all back. Now what you can do is you can sprinkle some cheese over here, and I'm not doing it, but just imagining that I've sprinkled some cheese here, and I'm going to decorate it with some capsicum to make it look nice and pretty. So this is capsicum, which actually I had just taken one capsicum piece and I had cut it like this, in this shape right there, and I had got the flower design with me. So I have decorated it this, and it will go into the oven. It can cook for, say, with the cheese for 5 minutes on the oven and the convection for the browning, and then you would have your baked veg ready. So this is good to go. So you can put it in your oven and you can bake it for 5 minutes with the cheese on it. Actually, for me and my family, no further baking is required. We are good to go, and I hope you make this dish and you really enjoy yourself. Thank you.